to Saturday. Where did I get that from? From Friday morning's live stroll. And as the title would suggest, this weather is absolutely disgusting this morning. I knew it was coming, and I've always said to you, come rain or shine, hell or high water, we'd be out. And well, it is windy, it is pouring with rain, it is not nice at all this morning. But if you've been listening during the week and watching any shorts for the countdown, it's one day till we go to Disneyland, so we're feverishly sort of getting ready for that because we're going up to London later on today. First thing that needs to get done is Azra and Ralph need to go to the dog sitters, which will be first thing this morning. So that's going to get done. We won't get stuck there too long if this weather's like this, because no one will be willing to stand in the garden. So yeah, that'll be the next thing. After that, it is literally Julie's got to go to work this morning. I've got some chores to do with Mum, and then we'll be heading on out later on today to go up to London. So we're staying up there, and then after that, if the plan goes to plan, as it were, we'll be leaving to go to Disneyland Paris in the morning. What worries me about this weather is not the rain, it's obviously the wind, especially relying on trains. But you know, they had enough warning this was coming, so hopefully they've made the right provisions to keep the trains moving. We'll see. Anyway, for now, we'll carry on the live stroll. I haven't decided exactly where we're going to go this morning, guys, how far we're going to go. Depends if this weather cheeses me off or not. It is mostly just windy at the minute. The rain has essentially stopped. It's just the wind at the moment. But it isn't nice. We've had, as I say, we've had loads of rain overnight. I mean, it's been pouring all night. Since I was watching the Liverpool match last night, it's been pouring. So, yeah, not the best. Anyway, what's everybody up to today? Any plans? Work day? Leisure day? Nothing day? Are you going on holiday? Are you on holiday? I can put my hand up. I'm going on holiday today. As I said yesterday, I've decided firmly that I'm not going to take the iPad. I'll be doing the vlogs, but I'll do the editing when I get back. So if you are interested, just watch out for the lives, because they'll be coming at least one a day whilst we're there. Don't know exactly when and how we're going to do it. Haven't even thought that far ahead. So just, if you are interested, just hit the subscribe and the bell, and you'll know when we're live. And I'll be just doing some shorts as well. That's a big puddle here. Go on, Asher, good go. Yeah, that was a huge puddle there. Yeah, I'll be doing loads of shorts as well, so there'll be content coming out, and then obviously the proper sort of main vlogs will be edited next week and come out next week at some stage. Not quite sure when at the minute. Depends how long they are and what have you. To be honest. Anyway, if you are interested, like and subscribe. Hit the old bell and you'll know when we're online and going live and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not seeing all these comments. I can see someone said hi, but I can't see where it's coming from. Time at the minute, I can just about see that. The time at the minute is coming up to 5:10 a.m. So it's still early. I did try and tell myself to have a bit of a lie-in this morning, because it's going to be late tonight and early in the morning. But when you've got an inbuilt alarm clock, you just can't have a lie-in sometimes. And I want to do some jobs when I get home anyway, so I'm up and about. Hi to everyone commenting. Thank you for subscribing if you have. I do appreciate that. We are getting ever closer to the 600 subscribers. We should be now maybe 5 or 6 away from 600, which is the next sort of target. And obviously I'm now trying to push for the first big one, which is 1,000 subscribers. Obviously we're a long way away from that, but you never know. If we have a huge subscription hit with the Euro Disney vlogs and what have you, it could come around sooner than I think. The cruise did me so much good to get the channel sort of reignited. I was so pleased. This would actually be our second travel series we're going to be doing. We did the cruise, the Mediterranean cruise with P&O. Thank you to everyone who says they've subscribed. I do really appreciate that, and thank you very much. It means a lot. This will be our second travel series that we're going to be doing. As I say, the first one was the Mediterranean cruise, and if you're interested in any of those, just look back on the channel. That was an amazing trip on P&O's Britannia, and there's loads to see, not just the vlog, but if you look in the lives, I did a lot of live streams whilst we were on board, but the vlogs you get a lot more detail, and sometimes depending on how I've done it, I've combined the lives with the vlog on a couple of sea days where there's not a lot going on. So food for thought if you are interested. Thank you for the like, do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what the weather is doing where people are if you're in the UK, but as I say, we're smack bang between London and Cambridge. I'm closer to Cambridge, I admit. And it's as they said, it's not too bad, guys. Yes, it is raining still, and yes, it is windy, and I'm sure the wind is coming out on the phone speaker. But when I left, it was absolutely pouring. And I thought, oh, what am I doing to myself? We'll just wait for this car to go by. So yeah, I did think I might get absolutely crazy coming out on the path, Azra. Azra, come on, good girl. But the rain has sort of eased, although it is pretty constant. Just you can see how many leaves have come down with the wind. I mean, it wasn't like this yesterday. It's just the amount of wind and rain we've had overnight. It is pretty bad. Anyway, enough moaning about the weather. I'm sure I'll have another moan at some stage later on. I think what we'll do, guys, is we will get to the end of here. We will do a... Will we do a right? Yeah, I think we'll do... I don't know. I'll decide when we get there. I just want to make sure she gets her normal stroll this morning. And I just want to sort of... Because as I say, I've got to drop them off at the dog sitters at about 8:30, so I wanted to get her legs completely stretched out. They love it going there. I was talking to them last night about it, and all I had to mention was the words, and they know. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Azra was literally in my face, wagging her tail, you know, just chomping at the bit to go. it's like having a work wife or a work husband, isn't it? Well, they've got holiday wives and holiday husbands. Quite incredible. Anyway, that's for later on. If I can get any footage when I take them to the dog sitters, I will try and sort of add it onto the sort of pre-travel day vlog, or I'll probably combine it with the travel day vlog, to be honest with you, because there won't be loads, I don't think. See how we go. So I think, guys, when we get to the end here, we are just going to do a right and then steadily sort of make our way back around the village. Come on, Azra. Good girl. Steadily make our way around the village. I don't fancy the long walk this morning, to be honest. Especially with this rain, it's getting steadily harder again. I don't know if you can even see it on the phone. You probably can't because of obviously the light. But I can assure you, he's coming down. And I'm sure you can hear the wind. Oh dear, come on. Good go, Azra. And also what you don't see, and I'm trying to keep an eye on them, and Azra's little landing light helps, is the puddles. I stepped in a big one about 5 minutes ago. Fortunately, the shoes I'm wearing are pretty good if the water's below you. But when you it comes over the top, which is exactly what happened, it isn't very nice. Right, Azra is doing her business at the minute, so we will just have to have a short pause for that while I sort that out. And she's doing it on a slope, guys, as well. Can you believe it? I'm not even going to show you because it's disgusting. But she's doing it on a slope, so it's obviously all now falling down the hill. Just give me 1 sec, guys. I'll sort it out. Azra, wait, please. Azra, wait. It's quite possible done this in the worst possible place ever. Right, sorry about that, guys. We are now back and rocking and rolling. Yes, you heard me moaning at her because she literally, there you go, shake for the, she's getting herself wet now. She did it in the worst possible place on a slope, so as I'm trying to clear it up, it's falling back down the slope. I mean, I'd rather have gone in the road. Anyway, we're done now. I said I wouldn't moan this morning. Azra, this way, come on. Good girl. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll go along here and then we will sort of cut up. Well, I don't know, I'll decide. And there's not much light up through the alleyway and then sort of back towards the home straight, so we might just start on the high road so we can continue the live stroll. Be interesting to see on Monday once the clocks change whether we'll have much more light in the mornings. I think we will earlier, but not enough for the live stroll, unfortunately, which is a shame. At the weekends it'll be alright, I think. When I was driving home last night, it was the first time, I mean the weather wasn't great yesterday, I admit, it was the first time yesterday that I thought, this is dark. You know, I did leave work a little bit later last night than I would normally. Normally leave at 5:30, but it was only quarter to 10 to 6 I left last night in the end. I just sort of going over a few bits and pieces before I left. But yeah, it was pretty dark last night. And as I say, this weather was absolutely forecast. So now we're coming up to the pub that has recently just been reopened. I am supposedly, we have a reservation coming here for lunch with Mother after doing a few bits and pieces this morning that we've got to do. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like in there. The reason I say supposed to be is because Mummy's coming to me as opposed to me going to her, so I'm not sure whether she's going to want to come out in the weather, but it's not that bad. Well, it certainly isn't that bad, isn't it? And it wouldn't stop me doing something, let's put it like that. But we'll see. Come on, Azra. Good girl. As the rain now starts to get a bit harder, I think now we've made the turn. We're now walking straight into the wind and the rain, so I don't know what the sound is like on here now. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. But yeah, it's getting a lot heavier now. Had to just rewind the lead in then, because although we were blocked, she does not like lorries, and that was one of these sort of biffer dust cart things, and she wasn't enjoying it at all. I thought we were just going to hit it when there was a car in the way, but it just so happened there was a gap just as it went by, annoyingly. She's going to need the towels when we get home, I think, guys. We are beginning to get quite wet now, both of us. And schoolboy error, I don't think I actually left the towels out, so that's another nuisance when I get home. Anyway, that's a me problem, not a you problem. You just carry on enjoying the stroll, guys. I don't know if you can hear me, the wind is whipping about and the rain is getting worse as well. Again, I think what we'll do, guys, is just do what I suggested and sort of carry on along the high road, the most direct way to get home. Thank you for another like, I do appreciate that. And do remember to like and subscribe. Sounds like I've had at least a couple of subscribers this morning from some of the comments, so we're getting ever closer to that 600 subscriber mark. And clearly we want to push for many more. And as I say, this time tomorrow, we'll be at London St Pancras, getting ready to go to Disneyland Paris. I'm hoping the weather is going to be kinder than it is at the minute. It's supposed to be okay tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday is a bit iffy. So that is obviously having a huge effect on what we're taking, sort of clothes wear. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on the weather today. I mean, it should be fairly accurate now, shouldn't it? Sort of 3 to 5 days out, as it were. But at the same time, I've got 3 different weather apps, and 3 different weather apps are saying 3 different things. So I think it's a case of get up in the morning, put your finger up in the air, and see how it goes. To be honest with you, sometimes. I mean, they've got this right, this weather, that's for sure, but I mean, they were saying sort of 50, 60 mile an hour gusts where we are. Now, we'll watch this space in there because it might come, but we always seem to be quite lucky here and avoid the worst of it, to be honest. Whatever, keep going. And for the first time, that looks like it's I reckon this is going to be another sort of hairdressers or something. Well, that is quite incredible, depending on what it's going to be. You know, with the amount of hairdressers we've already got in the village. Wow, that is incredible. I hope they do all right, but they've got competition. Anyway, as you can see, these puddles are sort of protruding well and truly onto the path now as well. And just walk straight through it, Azra. No problem. I'll sort it out later. Sounds like the storm drains are taking a pounding down there. Probably blocked. I mean, it's well and truly flooded here. I'm trying my best not to go through it. Azra, wait. Good girl. But yeah, just so you know, I'm not exaggerating with the amount of rain we're having, guys. It's very rare you see the paths like that flooded in places. Got a phone call from Julia last night talking to me about what we're taking. And she said to me, do you know what, you filled up a whole case just yourself. And I said, I haven't. I said, if you actually look at it properly, you'll see I haven't filled it up at all. But she was suggesting that I'd taken up a whole case and only left another one for them. And bear in mind, we're only taking travel cases, guys, as well. I couldn't believe it. I was mortified that my wife would think like that. The dog on the other side of the road, guys. Azra, no. No. Morning. Good girl. Go on, keep going. So we had a spat whilst I was on my way home from work last night, and I said to her, I absolutely have not filled up a case of stuff just for me. And then she told me what James wanted to take. And I said, he doesn't need to take that much. So there was obviously re-looking at what he was taking, to which we've obviously minimised it. The problem is, guys, when you go somewhere like this, you have to be minimalistic. Now, I said take the trousers you're travelling in and a spare pair. We are there for 3 full days. So if it's that bad, I'll get something when we're there. But there's no way you need to be taking a pair of trousers for each day you're there. That's just madness. Completely different how you would live here. Of course you would wear clean stuff every day, but you can't do it when you're travelling light. So, what do we got here? I can't see this comment because it's the rain. Well, I've just read your comment and I'm a bit perplexed as to why you would ask that question, because if you watch back on the video you would actually see that I put the phone down and cleared out the dog's muck. So unless you can see another time where she's gone and I haven't picked it up, answers in the comments. That's actually surprised me, because people will know how cheesed off I get when I get across people that haven't cleared out their dog's muck. So yeah. Wow, some silly comments coming through this morning. I think you must be watching another stream to suggest that I A, haven't picked it up, and B, left it on the pavement, when clearly people saw me picking it up, or heard me picking it up, should I say, because I had to put the phone down and then put it in the bin on the high street. Anyway, I'm not going to get involved in this, to be honest with you. Yes, it is Beagle Hour, or Labrador Cross Beagle Hour, is what we'd like to say. Thank you for that. And as I say, I would be the first one to be moaning if I came across someone else's dog's mess on the pavement. I really would. So yeah, thank you for that. Right, so I'm going to keep going now for another few minutes, and then we'll be almost on the home straight. So we will be coming off very shortly. hopefully you've enjoyed the live stroll this morning with me getting completely soaked and almost blown away, because it honestly, guys, it is that horrible this morning. But as I said at the beginning, and I was saying near the end, I said I'll be out in hell or high water, rain or shine, enjoying the autumn. Well, that is an interesting question this morning. I don't mind coming out in any weather, I've always said that. But this morning, wind and a lot of rain has tested me. But yeah, so far so good. Ask me when it starts getting colder, more miserable, when I'm out with her. We'll see. What I don't look forward to at this time of year is when we have to stand at the side of a football pitch. James plays football, and at this time of the year it does get pretty horrible. I'm hoping this rain doesn't sort of persist all day, because if it's like this here, the fields are going to be pretty mucky. Now, we're not there clearly on Saturday as we're away, but I hope the match doesn't get called off for their sake. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. As I say, it's been a miserable morning, but enjoyed your company. Even some of the comments that got my back up a little bit. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and the next live stroll with Azra will be Tuesday morning, but watch out for the live strolls from Disneyland. Cheers, guys.